What's going on, everybody? Rob, a.k.a. Robbie Deezle here, and I am joined by one of my childhood best friends.
Yes, sir.
Entrepreneur extraordinaire, man of faith, swell guy, fantastic father, Mr. Randall Wilburn. Randall, how you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm good. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fun.
We're doing something really different. This is very atypical from what I usually do.
Yeah.
But I had this idea that for my 600 subscribers on YouTube, which I finally passed.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I wanted to do like a challenge of some sort. And I know I like chicken.
Yeah.
You like chicken.
Love.
And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So I figure why not duplicate the Hot Ones challenge. So we got all 10 sauces in front of us. Shout out to Lisa. Thank you so very much for helping me put this together. I appreciate you tremendously. So we're going to have ourselves an episode of the pod of the curated culture. But we also are going to die. Perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm not sure we should really be documenting this at all. So in typical Hot Ones fashion, I have to start off with asking you, how are you typically with spicy stuff?
I love spicy stuff.
Okay.
Love spicy food. I can eat the blazing at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. I usually stay away from it. I steer clear.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure my stomach is going to be on 10.
Oh, yeah.
As the kids say.
It comes out just as hot as it goes.
I've heard. So just a quick refresher just for me and you. We're going to start at the top left. We're going to move to the right.
All right.
Then we're going to move to the bottom left and move to the right.
Let's do it.
So excited. All right. So without further ado, man, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. And let's start with the first wing, which is the classic hot sauce. And I started you off with a drummy.
All right.
Because I know that's your favorite.
Yes, team drums.
Yeah.
Tasty.
That ain't bad. How you feel about the sauce?
No. It's hot sauce.
It's hot sauce. Okay. All right. So we'll first start off with the interview, and I apologize to the people listening to this unless you are heavy into ASMR. This is going to be disgusting because you're going to hear a lot of smacking and bone cracking, but it's all right. So we grew up in Flint, Michigan. Flint is so often viewed as this city that just can't seem to get it right. This city that is always in the middle of a rebuild, so to speak.
Yeah.
But there is a ton of talent that has come from Flint and will come from Flint.
Yeah.
How does being from a city that is seemingly always facing adversity, how does that help you when you approach projects?
Well, it makes your skin tougher. It makes you that much more able to overcome adversity because you've seen it your entire life. I think people from Flint have a certain swag, have a certain toughness about them. There's nothing that we don't believe that we can accomplish. So I think being from Flint, being from Bedrock, we literally started at the bottom.
Legit.
We started at the bottom, and it's a climb. It's a challenge. It's all of those things. But coming from where we come from, you're built for it.
Absolutely. When you are faced with challenges, you know, the saying is always, you know, you put your nose to the grindstone, or you overcome things. You say, oh, I had to get it out of the mud. Mm-hmm. Do you find that when there are challenges in your approach to different projects or your approach to life in general, do you find that it is easier for you to overcome the odds, or is it something that you're just kind of familiar with because you're always going against the grain?
Yeah, I think it's more familiar with. I don't necessarily think it's easier, but it's kind of like lifting weights. The weight doesn't get lighter, you just get stronger. So you just keep pushing. You just keep grinding. You know you can't quit. You've never been able to quit at anything. So it's just one of those things. You know you got to grind through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to switch gears a little bit because you are, of course, a man of faith.
Absolutely.
How does your faith drive your approach to taking on different projects?
I just believe everything works out for my good. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it works together. So even when I'm faced with situations or challenges or whatever, I know it's building character. I know that it's gonna work out in such a way that it's gonna inspire someone else. It's gonna work out in such a way that, you know, I can tell my kids, hey, you can get through this because your father made it through this. Hey, you can do this. You know, I just really believe that we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. So, you know.
Excellent transition. Speaking of which, you want to move on to the second wing?
Sure.
I know you probably been ready because that
Listen,
wing,
man,
that bone is naked right
clean,
now. I got you. I'm taking my time with mine. I'm going to bounce back, but we'll move on to the second wing here. This one is I believe, seeing double comfort, a little bit of, supposed to be a little sweeter, a little jalapeno mix to it.
Let's see.
So we'll go ahead and dive on in.
Okay. Different kind of taste.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got almost like a salsa verde type of feel to it.
Yeah. Not
A little
bad,
bit
though.
of sweetness to it. Now, on the subject of faith, you being a man of faith, if you had to choose a top 3 of your go-to verses for inspiration, what would those top 3 verses be?
Top 3 verses for inspiration. Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of those who love him. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And then I would probably say the 23rd Psalm.
Okay.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, you know. I just think there's so much comfort in that because it talks about overcoming adversity. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. So regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what I may be faced with, I can walk through it knowing that he'll be with me. So though if I had to pick a top 3, those would be the
ones.
Yeah.
Right on. Made it through 2 wings.
Good.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
Me too. I'm surprisingly not dying just yet. So we're going to move on to the third sauce.
Right.
The third sauce is a fermented kimchi. I don't know if you're familiar with kimchi at all.
Not.
So you know me. I'm always eating weird things. Kimchi is a staple in, especially the vegan community. It's usually like fermented cabbage.
Okay.
It's got a really, really bitter, sometimes tangy taste to it, but the flavor is usually really, really robust.
Okay.
So I'll let you dive into that one, and I'm gonna hit you with another question. So while you chew on that, I'm gonna let you chew on this question too. Speaking of, faith and top things, one of the things that Sean Evans always likes to ask his guests is something in relation to a Mount Rushmore. So I'm gonna throw this out there at you. We'll stay on the topic of faith. In terms of biblical beings, biblical characters,
Oh man.
who would be on your Mount Rushmore of biblical figures?
Ooh, that's tough. Okay. Well, first we got to start with Jesus. Like, you can't have a Mount Rushmore without Jesus. Second, I'm going Peter. I think Peter is such an interesting character. Like, Peter reminds me a lot of me. So I'm gonna go Peter. 3, I'm going Abraham.
Okay.
Father of the faith. It all really kind of kicked off in that era or whatever. And then 4th, I'm gonna go Moses. I was gonna say Paul, but I'm gonna go Moses.
Moses, okay, all right. I feel like Moses is a staple. Like,
you gotta have Moses.
I mean, you can't compare the two, like literally in terms of overall important.
Yeah.
Importance.
Importance.
Importance. To biblical history. Yeah, right. Product of Flint Community Schools. Overall importance. But I feel like you can't have like you said, you can't have a Mount Rushmore without Jesus. I feel like you can't have a Mount Rushmore without Moses.
I agree. I mean, that's a fair statement for sure.
All right. Yeah. So we ended off on Moses as your fourth character, and now we're gonna move on to the fourth sauce.
Yeah.
Which is I haven't had any of these, by the way.
Me either.
But I love the guest's reaction to the next sauce. This is Los Calientes. It's a smoky, spicy barbacoa sauce.
Okay.
Supposed to be really barbecue and flavored. So I know you're a fan of the swine. Yes. I myself do not indulge, but we're going to dive into it. No pork on the fork. Let's dive into it and see how this one hits.
That's good.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, that one is really good.
Mm-hmm. I see why so many people like it. Because it does have that backyard barbecue feel.
This is the kind of sauce you can put on anything.
Anything. Yep. Any type of meat. You could probably throw this on a salad if you wanted
to.
Right. Speaking of backyard barbecues, we're gonna go back again to your upbringing in Flint.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory, both in childhood and then growing into adulthood of growing up in Flint? Because so we have a mutual friend, shout out to B Bell. Always nonsense. Always full of nonsense. But I feel like, much like yourself, I feel like B Bell is the embodiment of life in Flint. Dude is crazy intelligent, crazy talented, but is quick to flip the nonsense switch on. And I know you got some nonsense stories. So what would you say is your favorite memories of growing up in Flint, both as a child and then into adulthood?
As a child, I can remember going to Longfellow and Northern, and there was this store. It was called Nick's Records and Tapes.
Legendary store,
man. Every time, after school we'll walk down there or whatever. It was always something going on. Mm-hmm. Fights breaking out, and a bunch of kids or whatever, but
and adults sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes adults. But yeah, I just some of my favorite memories, just walking with my friends, just being out and about. We didn't have the cars and all the bike. We was on 2 feet. We was everywhere. And then growing into adulthood, I think I started working at Big John Steak and Onion on Cloud Road.
Yeah,
in the heart of the hood, man. Mm-hmm. And
in
the middle of the hood. Mm-hmm. So just those memories and times there, man. There was this guy. He would come up, and the store manager would have let him clean the parking lot. Right? His name was Rico.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Man, Rico, you couldn't hardly understand nothing. He said, "Hey, what's up there? What's up there?" Always drunk, but he had a heart of gold, man.
Yeah.
Got on our nerves. Oh my God, got on our nerves, but. Great dude. The memories I have from the time I spent working there, and shout out to the store owner, Cliff. Cliff really took me under his wing and imparted a lot of wisdom into me. We have some hilarious moments in that store. Like my first day of work, it was one for the record books, man. So like I didn't know I could wear black khakis or whatever, and all I had was these blue ones that was kind of tight. They was too little, right? So I threw them on because I'm like, I can't not go to work.
Right, yeah.
Man, I threw them pants on. About a week later, I found out that we could wear black jeans and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I found out they had been roasting me. Behind my back for like the first 2 weeks, man. And to this day, if I walk in there and Cliff is there, "What's up, Blue?" So yeah, man, it's a great place. Carm, like just the whole crew that I was able to work with, man. you become family.
Right.
So that was great.
Okay. Awesome. All right, man. We're about halfway through. We're at wing number 5 of 10. How you feeling
great,
so
man.
far?
We're doing great.
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get the heat tingles on the lips. Yeah,
Okay.
just a little bit, but I'm gonna make it. I have committed to making it through, and I know a lot of guests on the actual hot ones. They pride themselves on like, I didn't drink no water, I didn't drink no milk. Listen, if it hits, I'm cracking this milk.
You do what's best for you.
Always.
In this, I just believe that's what we're supposed to do in this season of
absolutely.
life.
Listen, I love you to death, and I don't want to mess your house up. But if it gets too bad, I'm flipping this table and making a beeline for the bathroom.
Man, I get it.
So we're gonna dive into wing number 5. It is what is it? Fat Cat's.
Yep.
Yeah, Fat Cat Chairman Meow's Revenge. This one I'm not too familiar with, man. I'm excited to see what it looks like, and I do know this is the last of those mellow wings. It's all uphill from here. It's gonna ramp up real quick. So
let's do it.
Salud.
Not bad.
Real mellow, actually.
Yeah.
Literally.
But sometimes the heat will sneak up on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
That's what I'm waiting for. Waiting on the heat just to hit me straight in the face. Speaking of getting hit straight in the face, you are very, very in your face at times with your comedic barbs. You throw some of the most hilarious things out on Facebook.
Yeah.
How do you find being a man of faith?
Yeah.
How do you find walking that line between I'm gonna say this just because it's funny, or being a little more tame so that you don't, ruin the image, so to speak?
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's something that I've had to deal with for quite a while. It's like, I think I'm a hilarious person.
You are.
And I don't think God made a mistake when he created me that way. I don't want to act like a preacher. I don't believe God is looking for actors. So, I just try to be myself. I'm not saying anything demeaning or derogatory or inappropriate. It's some stuff that you wouldn't necessarily expect from me, or from a preacher, I should say. Yes. Not from, because if you know me, you would expect it from me.
We expect it.
Yeah.
We expect
it. It's not difficult. I think early on in my time in ministry, I was so worried about everybody liking me and being accepted and all that. And I have been penalized for having a personality. I have.
Wow.
But I am me. I am me. The me that you seeing right now, this is me all the time.
Perfect.
I am me when I get up and do sermons and teach Bible study. Like I preached this past Sunday. I opened up the sermon with a scene from Friday. Dead serious. And it was hilarious, but it flowed perfectly with what I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna be me. We can laugh and joke and talk about anything.
But they're going to get that word, too.
You're going to get that word. And then, I do my best to actually live the word. You want me to be perfect in the way I live. And, I try to live up to that, man. But we can laugh.
Absolutely.
We can have a good time.
Absolutely.
And I'm hilarious, so...
All right, we're moving on to sauce number 6. Now, this is usually where we start to get the little the kick up here. So this one is habanero, sherry, and koji peppers. Specifically, this is an onima.
All right.
The heat itself isn't too bad, but I hear that it's got a really savory flavor to it. So let's dive on into it.
This is number 6.
This is number 6. Got 4 more to go.
Oh, wow. That's a different flavor.
It really is.
It almost puts you in a mind frame, like, when you first put a fresh piece of gum or something in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hit you like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one got a little kick to it though. I know you not feeling it. I feel it.
No.
Remember when Martin would take a hit of some alcohol and hit on the.
Yeah.
I'm getting that right now. So, you talk about being hilarious. You talk about finding inspiration in everything that you do. I find it inspiring that you pursue all these different projects, and you're good at all of them. And one of them that I really, really like to see all of your talents highlighted is your t-shirt business. So talk to me a little bit about, first, what made you want to get into the t-shirt industry, specifically making custom designs and things like that, and how you find your inspiration for those designs.
So originally, I started off, the company was called Cross Training Sports, and the idea was to make faith-based athletic wear. So cross training, when you think of cross training, you think of sports and athletics and things like that, but it was really designed to be training people in the way of the cross.
Okay.
That was the idea behind it. And I was doing that for a long time, and I lost focus and started just making any and everything. And you know, while I was doing it, because, you know, I was trying to make money and things like that.
Of course.
And, you know, grew my clientele and was making stuff for some of everybody. There was still this burning desire for me to do faith-based wear, like faith-based streetwear. So, you know, we went through that. And so what I tried to do was develop another company called Velocity Tees.
Okay.
And that would allow me to do all the extra stuff that I was doing, but then I still would be able to go back to cross-training sports and do all this.
Right.
So I was struggling to find my footing in the faith-based wear. Like, I do some stuff here and there, but the other stuff I was making me some money, like some real money. And I just kind of started doing that. So not long ago, I launched a faith-based not athletic wear, but faith-based streetwear.
Yeah.
It's called the Believer Movement.
You're wearing one of the pieces now?
I'm wearing one of the pieces now.
I'm just out here trusting God.
Just out here trusting God, man. And, you know, I don't want to get away from that again. It's a part of my core being of who I am. And just inspiring. Like, I want every shirt to be a sermon. I want somebody to see it and be inspired, to be uplifted, to ask a question, to want to have a conversation about, hey, what's that you wearing? What's that all of that about? So it's not just a shirt for me. It's a lifestyle. So, like, whenever you see me out, if I'm not wearing my work clothes, I'll have on one of these.
Right on.
So yeah, that's kind of where we at with that.
Right on. And I know that, you know, your faith in particular, and especially that I'm just out here trusting God, like, that has driven you into so many different things along the way, one of which was starting a flower company.
Oh yeah.
Which you don't see that a whole lot. And I know the story behind it, but I want you to talk a little bit about the 1018 Flower Company, where that inspiration came from, and how trusting in God or trusting in the process allowed you to step out into something that's entirely different from, you know, religion and church and pastoral services, and something entirely different than t-shirts, into delivering these really high-end floral arrangements.
So the 1018 Flower Company, it's got a special place in my heart. I named it 1018. That's my father's birthday. My father passed away when I was 10. So I wanted to do something to honor him, but, you know, for me as a 10-year-old, losing my father was one of the worst things that could have possibly happened to me. What I didn't know is that it ended up being, I know this might sound crazy, but it ended up being one of the best things that happened to me. I ended up being able to go stay with my grandparents, and I got with my grandparents. I would not be who I am today without Curtis and Geraldine Wilburn. They are amazing. just amazing people, and they help mold me and shape me into who I am. So what I thought was a graveyard became a beautiful garden.
Okay.
So we do these high-end floral arrangements, and people absolutely love them. People love them, and they last a really long time. And it's just something that's always going to have a special place in my heart because of what it means to me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, man. We got the final four. You ready to move on?
I'm ready, man.
All right, man. So the next one here is one that you yourself pointed out, like, oh my goodness, this is red flag.
I saw that. You stay away from red flags.
Yeah, we try to at least. But yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into this one. Salud.
Oh, I feel like this is a sneaky heat.
Yeah, it is.
This one got a little kick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one got a little kick.
I can feel it building.
Yep.
I'm trying to be a good host, just like Sean Evans. A lot of things that he does, he'll mirror his guests. So if you go back for a second bite, I will typically go back for a second bite.
Oh, listen, we finishing this.
Listen, this next one, this next one might remain on the plate. I'm gonna take a bite out of it for sure. But the next one has, speaking of religion, this one has, I have the fear of God for this sauce, just because I see how many people react to it and the way that they react. The next one is the big boy, the bomb.
The bomb. All right.
Beyond Insanity. So we're going to jump into this one.
Hey, that last one, it got a little heat.
I told you.
Yeah, it's creeping up.
It's creeping up. But we're going to keep
rolling.
We're going to keep rolling. But before we keep rolling, you talked about the impact that your grandparents had on you and your upbringing. In that sense, you yourself now are a father.
Yeah.
What lessons from your grandparents do you carry over into your own parental lifestyle, and how are you different from your grandparents?
Patience. They taught me patience. Getting with my grandparents, like I never had a curfew, but I also never disrespected. I didn't stay out till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
So you never needed one.
I wouldn't go and walk into their house. 1 a.m. is probably the latest.
Yeah.
1:30 at the. If I'm really pushing it, but I never had to have a curfew, man. They let me be me.
Okay.
Like so what I try to do with my children, I let them be them. I push where I see they need a little extra push if it's a sport, if it's gymnastics or tap dance. Yeah, we give a little extra push. Oh no, you need to make sure you're going to practice. You need to do. Come on, get up and show me what your routine is and all that. Where I'm different from my grandparents, I'm nosy. My grandparents weren't really nosy. They let me do my thing, right? Yeah. I'm nosy.
Okay.
Like, yeah, who you on the phone with? Who you talking to?
Right.
It's just my friend from school. Let me talk to him. And it's fun and it's cute right now, but
yeah, I think we kind of we have to be that. So I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum. Yeah. My kids are almost in the grown stage right now, but even still, like, our children are exposed to so much more than what we were exposed to when we were coming up.
Social media, yeah.
So it's like you have to have to be nosy in a sense, and I commend you for that, for sure.
Yeah, and then I try to talk to them and create a space that they know they can talk to me about anything.
Right.
I don't care if you did something wrong. Let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's figure it out. So like I'm not one of those parents who I don't need to be whooping my kids and all that. Like I don't go that route. We can have a conversation about it.
Absolutely.
I need to be able to teach you, and you need to feel comfortable talking to me, because if you get in trouble, who you think coming to get you?
Exactly.
You got to talk to me.
Exactly.
So,
and how do you find that? How do you find that balance, though, between being nosy for their best interest or being nosy to be nosy?
So my being nosy right now, because they're 9 and 7, is playful, right? It's cute right now.
Right.
We gonna hit a stage real soon where they gonna be like, "Hey, like you
give me some space, Pops.
Back up, dog."
Yeah.
So right now I'm able to get away with it, and I'll be nosy as they get older, as I need to be.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be hard because why are you going in the room closing the door?
For sure.
Why you in the shower so long? What you in there doing?
Yeah.
Because
you were that age once,
Yeah.
Of course. You ready for it, man? You ready to dive into the bomb beyond insanity?
Hey, let's beyond insanity.
All right, let's do it. Oh Lord, have mercy. Pray for me. There's that chemical taste.
Yeah.
So you brave. I'm one and done on this one because it's already. I can feel every hair follicle on my head.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Wowie. That's wild.
Yeah. That's got heat.
Yeah. My ears are plugged right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you ever played Call of Duty?
Absolutely.
Okay, so when
the
you
new one it just dropped.
It just dropped.
Yeah.
So how you go into clear a room and somebody throws a flashbang?
You feel like you just got
That's what's happening right now. Right now. But being the consummate host that I am, we're going to keep this thing on rolling. So you yourself are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Your children take after you in that sense. I know their mom's an entrepreneur as well. How do you find the balance? Everything's about balance, of course.
Yeah.
How do you find the balance in encouraging them to pursue their own entrepreneurial spirit right now, while also protecting them from the harshness of failure?
I don't protect them from the harshness of failure.
Okay.
I want you to experience that. I want you to know that it's not easy. And then I want you to get up and try it again.
Okay. I just want you to know that's really beautiful and what you said is sentimental and everything, but this tear is from the hot sauce.
Not from your parenting skills.
No. Not at all.
No, I want them to experience the ups and the downs of it.
Okay.
You need to know that everything that you do won't work. I think failure is kind of like what Flint did for us.
Absolutely.
You got to build some thicker skin. You're going to have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off. I think of it like a baby. When a baby first starts to learn how to walk, they fall a lot. But look at them walking now.
Hopefully.
I mean, no, but like my daughter's 9. She walks fine.
Right.
But it took a lot of you getting up from falling.
A lot of stumbles.
A lot of stumbles, a lot of wobbles, a lot of, you okay? All of that. So you didn't give up trying to walk.
Right.
So you don't give up trying to reach your goals. You don't give up trying to reach your dreams. The goal was to walk.
Right.
You did it. So you just showed me that you can persevere. You've already shown me that you can know how to keep going. You know how to keep getting up. So don't stop now. So that, it's those lessons. We just did a event a couple months ago. My daughter, I have cotton candy machines and all that kind of stuff. My daughter decided she was going to take over the cotton candy stuff.
Okay.
Not okay, but I allowed it.
Yeah.
I allowed it. We did an event and we got out there and my daughter, she acted like she was scared to talk to the people to get them to come buy cotton candy. And I pulled her to the side and said, hey, you want to do this or not?
Right.
If you don't want to do this, we can pack up right now.
Definitely.
But you can't ask me for no money.
Okay.
Because you have an opportunity right here to go make you some money.
Yeah.
She got herself together. Before you knew it, she had $400.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yep.
But I mean, also an important lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes when your back is against the wall, you have to depend on your own skill set to make it happen.
Yep.
And that's awesome that you're teaching. I'm pretty sure you've taught both of your kids that lesson early.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be something that comes up very often in life.
And I want you to be able to go get it yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be, like, okay, make a plan, figure out, okay, what do I have? What do I need? What can I work? Okay, how can I make this happen? And go get it. Whatever that it is, go get it.
Right.
You know, you have that ability. So I don't want my kids to ever have to sit back and depend on anybody. Mm-hmm. You don't have to.
Right.
You know, you have the ability, the know-how, the drive, the determination, the skill set. You can go get it.
Absolutely. So, we're going to move on. Next
Yes,
to
sir.
last one, man. This one is, I always have to spin the bottle around. Peppers up, hot sauce. This sounds like it's about to be crazy, too.
All right.
And I can see the peppers, like the pepper flakes in this one. So
Definitely.
I'm really, really curious to see what it's like.
Oh, that's good flavor.
Oh, yeah. I don't got some heat, too, though.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. A little bit. Yeah, that's good flavor, though.
I feel it mostly on my lips. There's a, I can't remember if it's delirious or raw. I think it's raw, where Eddie Murphy talks about the first time he got hit in the face. And he's like, and my lips go, just puffing up. That's what I feel. I feel like my lips right now are 8 feet wide on my face.
No, you look normal, man.
I'm trying to hold it in, but I'm
A little
dying.
sweaty, but
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I'm dying right now.
Yeah.
I want to bounce over to something that you touched on about, you know, teaching your kids to not be afraid of failure. And I don't want to say present this as like a failure of your own, but we want to touch on why we're here, which is your King of the Wing event.
Yeah.
You put that one on, the first annual one. Hit a lot of speed bumps.
Yeah.
Did not go as planned, but you
Right.
still put it on. Talk to me about how you felt about that event in and of itself. And even though it didn't go off like you wanted it to, turn it around still into a semi-successful event.
So that event, that day was so stressful.
I remember it.
Oh, that day was so stressful.
I
But
remember it well.
it didn't go the way I wanted, but I'm thankful that we didn't quit. I'm thankful that we went on and did the event. We had an amazing turnout for the event. And there was a lot of people who came to the event who didn't understand why things were the way they were. They just had no idea all the things that happened, all the things that went wrong.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of lessons. And, you know, I'm just super grateful that we were able to do it, that I was able to learn from it. And now we are getting ready to do year 2. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. I'm trying to add a few wrinkles to it, see how that goes. But, you know, I just believe every day you should get a little better. So
Absolutely.
This year's event should be a little better than last year's event.
Definitely.
So, yeah,
Definitely.
it's just progress. You know, we learning to walk.
How you feeling, man? You feeling good?
About the event?
About the wings.
Oh,
The
yeah, I'm
sauces.
good. Yeah.
You handle it much better than me. I had to tap into the water.
Oh,
But it's,
did you?
I did. I just took a little sipski while you were talking about your thing. But we're on the last sauce,
Okay.
the last dab,
What we got?
and it is tradition around these parts to put a little extra on the last one.
All right, let's
You
do
don't
it.
have to, but I'm a fan of the show, and I am going to indulge.
Okay.
I'm not going to go crazy, just a little dab because
Just a
I know.
little dab?
Yep.
Now, is this one supposed to be the hottest one?
This one is supposed to be the hottest one.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm gonna put a couple little dropskis on
Hey,
mine,
why not? Let's make it happen.
and then I'm gonna smear it in, give it a little
Last
extra.
dab. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Get it on.
We'll get one more.
There we
There
go.
we go.
All right.
There we go. And you said rub it in?
Right. Yeah, I did on mine for sure.
All right, we rub that in.
I'm starting to get the runny nosies.
Yeah,
I started you off with a drummy. We're ending you on the drummy.
Yeah.
We made it to the last dab, brother. Cheers.
Let's go, man. Cheers. That's a good flavor, man.
Mm-hmm. I feel like everything except for the bomb had like really good flavor combination.
Oh, I like the bomb flavor too.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was like straight chemical to me. Like
It smells like straight chemical.
they might as well just toss rubbing alcohol in the bottle.
Well, a couple 40 ounces is kind of like that, but
Yeah.
see, that was one of those things you just wouldn't expect a preacher to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm bringing it back full circle. Speaking of which, full circle, let's talk about why we here, man.
Yeah.
You got the King of the Wingsgiving event coming up
Yes.
November 24th at the Flint Farmers Market.
Yeah.
Talk us through it, man. What brought you to want to do a Wingsgiving event especially? And how is this one going to be different from the inaugural King of the Wings?
So this one is going to be a little bit, before I even get into that one hot.
As hell. Yeah.
That one is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going back for a little more water here.
But this event is going to be different. I'm adding a wing eating competition.
Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so close to getting through
you
it.
almost there, man. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared.
Oh my God.
The water makes it worse a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a tad.
Yeah, it's building.
Praise God.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We're just out here trusting God, you know.
That's it.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right.
You got
Oh, that one is getting me. Like, wait a minute.
There's that one bead of sweat. It's super intense. Yeah.
Wow. That one, it came out of nowhere.
Yep.
All right.
Like an
So-
RKO.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Randy Orton.
Shout out to Randy. Yep. Oh. I have no vision. My eyes
Wait
are
a
full
minute.
of tears right
hey,
now.
that one is hot.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Not you going for the milk.
I ain't going for
You
it.
can't go
I
for
ain't
the
going
milk.
for
I'm
it.
not going for the milk. You can't go for it.
Whoo.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but please continue.
Yeah.
A wing eating contest. Be
God.
careful around the eyes, please. Yep.
Wing eating competition is supposed to kick off.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wing eating competition.
I'm gonna need some of that paper towel there, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to remove the glasses off this one. Whoa, buddy. Woo.
All right.
Yep.
What's that one called?
The last dab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't P have an album, The Last Dime or
The
something?
yeah. Okay.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right. I think we good. I ain't good, but we good.
So, that's crazy.
It is.
I was flying through them.
It was, and then we hit a wall. You are actually crying now.
It's bruh, like
Yeah.
it's real. This is getting real. All right. Wing eating competition. It's gonna be great. I've had a few people reach out to enter. Tickets are $5 to get in.
Yeah.
The event. We got a few different vendors lined up.
Be careful around the eyes again,
Yeah.
just as a reminder.
Yeah. Woo. Last dab.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell me about the vendors. I am. I'm in tears, but I'm holding it together. Tell me more about the vendors.
Chef Nate Brown, he's going to be in the competition. Nate Campbell, DJ Chef Nate, Prep by Dot. She was in it last year. We got the returning champs, JoJo's Chicken and Fish. Yeah, and they're going to battle it out. It's a few others. I'm hoping to land a few more before the actual show.
Yeah. Woo.
Family-friendly event. Should be a lot of fun. I'm trying to put together like a chicken nugget thing for the children.
Yeah.
For them to come and taste nuggets and different sauces and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll see who goes home with the crown.
Fantastic. Well, look at you, man, taking on the wings of death and making your mark on it, man. You successfully walked through it. Last dab got me.
It got
you too.
I wasn't expecting that. It was like a slow build because at first I was fine.
And then it ramped up immediately.
I'm still struggling.
That's it, man. That's it.
Woo.
Well, you made it through, man. I'm proud of you for sure. So, as tradition, at the end of the show, you got 2 cameras, this camera or this camera. Whichever one you want to, take a gander into it, stare into the windows of the people's soul, let them know what you got going on.
So, we got King of the Wing coming November 24th, Flint, Michigan's Flint Farmers Market. If you're in the area, please come. It's going to be a ton of fun. Tickets are only $5. You're going to eat really good, and it should be a ton of fun. If you're looking for Christian streetwear, the believermovement.com.
Absolutely. All right, man. We did it.
We
made it. Thank you so very much, brother. I appreciate you guys for checking it out. As always, I am your gracious, humble host, Rob, a.k.a. Robbie Deezle, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Yeah. We won't be sweating on the next one.